Hey y'all, hi. So here in my workspace, everything is a mess. This is just how the table looked when we were setting up the camera to film overhead. This is the table at which I sit when I'm filming. And, I move things around, put things down on the table to use when I'm filming. This is just how it has ended up looking after the filming of the past couple of videos. And usually we frame up the overhead shot and then I'll clear away the stuff and start the video clean. But dirtiness, starting the video dirty or starting the video messy is the point of this video. This is how it is here. And elsewhere in this room, behind me and on the floor, there's this, or other versions of this. It's a mix of makeup that I've filmed with, makeup that I still need to film with, PR that I need to go through, and then the boxes in which I put my makeup collection, my precious curated collection, before we moved. I haven't unpacked it yet. I haven't unpacked any of my personal makeup, so I still have my little makeup bag, the makeup bag that I have been doing my makeup from since we moved 2 months ago, y'all. And that has sort of multiplied as I've tested more product and more things have gotten in the mix. And so I just need to sort through everything, or at least almost everything today. I don't know if I can do absolutely everything, but the goal of this video is actually to unpack my makeup collection, get it into good enough shape so that I can put it away in those drawers, in the vanity drawers, and in the process, potentially do a little bit of decluttering. We'll see if that's what this turns into. And in order to make space to do that, in order to be able to do that, I have to deal with this type of detritus, which is a mix of old and new, a mix of stuff that's still in play and stuff that needs to be decluttered, et cetera, et cetera. So it'll be a bit of a journey, but it was a journey that I realized I would rather take together with you than on my own, and that is what we're doing. If this happens to be your first time to my channel, then welcome. My name is Hannah. I really love makeup, even though my collection over the years, I guess, has grown and then sort of shrunk. These days, I'm into keeping quite a curated makeup collection, and as my tastes change, that means retaining some things and letting go of others. Now, key to that process is the fact that I do this for a living, so a lot of new makeup comes into my life, which means I have the privilege of being able to have that turnover at a rate that has nothing to do with how much I personally spend on makeup, so it is a bit of a unique situation. Hopefully, though, the takeaway for you can be about individual products, reviews of individual products, and about being realistic with oneself about what actually has use value, what's actually getting used, what's actually valuable, etc. If you like it, it would be lovely if you subscribed. But even more than that, if you live in the United States, please, I beg of you, register to vote. And now let's get into the meat of the video. Okay, starting with what's here before me, we have some trash. We have some blushes because I just filmed a video about drugstore blush and most of them are here on the table. This is from the video about smoky eye, making a smoky eye on my face twice, once on either eye. You remember that video? So yeah, I'm gonna organize here a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna throw some of this trash away. I love how this says tampon, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand tampon. Okay, I have made some organizational progress with what was here on the table. I've been putting most of the brushes into 2 little brush cups to the side. Might need to organize them at some point, and that might happen in this video. But for the time being, let's deal with this. So the blushes. I'm going to pull out the blushes. That's all of them, right? So these are the drugstore blushes that aren't the ones that I kind of pulled from that video to keep testing. So they weren't the winners. There are 3 that intrigued me enough that I wanted to take them and keep using them. These ones are, barely used. I just tested them for the video. So I'm going to give them away to people who can accept from me barely used blushes, of which I have a handful in my life. Those are going into the giveaway box. These are the 3 mascaras that didn't do well in the drugstore mascara video. Sadly, I can't give away or donate used mascaras, even if they've only been very lightly used. But I'm also not going to keep these for my collection. Of the 2 that I did keep, the one that I have loved is the Redhead Revolution one. It was too thick and gunky when I applied it. I'll come across it later in this video when I'm going through my everyday makeup bag. When I applied it on camera, it was like a full dramatic application, but what I've been doing is wiping the wand off with a little bit of a tissue before I apply it to get that really light, raspy application, and it's absolutely perfect. Okay, balms from the balm video, the ongoing balm search. These actually I pulled out of the diaper bag. These are the ones I've been wearing the most. I have some, I have a box over here with the random candle in it. Actually, this smells amazing. My friend Ourielle, who runs this very tiny business by Ourielle, I don't know if she still makes this candle. She sent it to me as a gift last year. I can't believe how good it smells. Fennel, cardamom, ginger, amber, cedar, clover, lavender, sandalwood, musk. And it just smells so real. It doesn't have that fake scent, fake fancy scent. I haven't burned it yet, but I'm really excited to. It really smells like herbs and like a place. You know, it smells like a place instead of smelling like a perfume. So I have these balms that I've been just keeping the ongoing balm search, tinted lip balm, multi-video situation. So I'm keeping these here on the desk so that I can reference them and reach them. But some balms are elsewhere and need to be returned to this box. I'll just keep that right here off screen. This is an empty box. Nice. Nice. A very old lip pencil, an eyeshadow primer. I will keep using both of those. This, the Urban Decay Heavy Metals Glitter Liner. I pulled this out recently to use in a video and realized that it's totally dried out and used up and I could barely get anything out. So it is an empty, technically. It has reached the end of its days. Okay, let's take a look at the eyeshadows. These are my singles, which do need to be decluttered. I think these ColourPop glitters are done. Actually, I'm going to do it now because I'm not going to declutter my single eyeshadows in its own video because most of them are great. But these are so old, and honestly, I used some pressed glitter in not the Smoky Eyes video, but the sequel, and some of it got in my eye later that day, and I feel like the adhesive has given up the ghost. It's time for these to go. Okay, so that's the new collection of single eyeshadows. Looking great. And these are all of my eyeshadows and eyeliners, I think. I'm going to take them out. All right, let's separate these into singles and palettes. Here's that primer from earlier. I'm reuniting it with my other primer, and I'll just keep them together in the eyeshadow drawer. Okay, so these are all of the little, individual eyeshadows. Merit, Nelson, Brun, and Social, Urban Decay, Moon Dust, eyeshadow in Space Cowboy, classic. This YSL Sequin Crush, which is such a great eyeshadow, and I would like to use it more. Seeing it here, for some reason, it's one of the ones that's compelling me in this moment. And the Chantecaille shadows, especially Chantecaille Elephant, I've been kind of missing. These amazing auric shades, especially Defiance. Love it so much. Tom Ford Naked Bronze, which in my last declutter, which now I'm realizing wasn't necessarily all that long ago. Like, I think that this is a pretty edited collection, and I'm not sure how much I'm really going to be decluttering. It's more like a re-encountering. We will see though, especially once we get to the lip products. I was having trouble letting go of the Tom Ford shade as like a security blanket, and I was going to try to use the Auric shade for a while so that I like bonded with it enough so that I could let go of the Tom Ford, because it's basically a dupe and the Tom Ford is no longer on the market. I haven't really made any progress towards that. But again, this is reminding me that that's something that I wanted to do. And Victoria Beckham Onyx, which is kind of another security blanket. It's just something that I keep because I love it, even though I don't use it very often. But you know, this is a pretty tidy collection. This is a pretty tidy little grouping. And I feel the same way about my palettes. These are all palettes that I can use to make like my neutral looks, you know what I mean? Just like reliable standards. I still enjoy digging into these Rowan shadows from time to time. It's like really unique cream formula. Still love owning this beautiful Gucci palette. This is another one that goes into the easy to make neutral looks category. Still love owning Lauren's palette, my Pat McGrath palette, and my singles. So again, pretty edited, pretty tidy. This drawer, probably because I have been wearing eyeshadow less over the past couple of years. And when I wear it, it's less intense and less layered and requires fewer products. This drawer has remained extremely, to me, this is extremely edited. It has remained a collection that doesn't feel gunked up. It's really easy for me to navigate. It feels like it has a lot of air in it, like there's space around everything, like I can see everything, like I can conceive of everything. It's a tidy room in my Makeup Mind palace, so it doesn't feel like it's begging for a declutter. And the same is true with, you know, all of my little eyeliners, just like some blacks, some golds, some browns, a little winged eyeliner stamp, one little liquid brush liner for making winged eyeliner when I feel like it, and a sharpener. I'm gonna actually turn around and pop these in the drawer. Okay, while I was over there putting the eye, oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to clean this messy surface. I have to go get a clean washcloth. I'm using this micellar water because it's all that I have up here, but it'll do. It actually didn't do a very good job. It's like good for getting makeup off of skin maybe, but not necessarily off of a surface like this. But it got us cleaned up a little bit. I'll get some cleaning spray later. I'm going to have to stop in the middle of this video to go feed the baby and come back. So there will be a little break and I'll be able to get something to do a better job cleaning. But right now it's full steam ahead. So when I was over there putting the eyeshadows in their drawer, I grabbed my 2 everyday makeup bags. I hope there's nothing like weird and embarrassing in here. I didn't like look in here ahead of time, ahead of filming, but why would there be? I don't know why I think that. I guess maybe this piece of toilet paper. I don't know what I was using this for. That's fine. So when we moved, I had a little collection of products just in this Merit bag. And then over time, I've had more things that have like collected in my everyday life, but I haven't yet organized my vanity. And so it was getting out of hand. So I put them together into this Exa bag. And so now I have like these 2 disorganized, overflowing everyday makeup bags that have been floating around. So let's unpack them, organize what's in them, put the components in their proper places. And you know what I want to do actually is to rebuild a much more bare bones everyday makeup bag that I can keep using downstairs, because in this house, my vanity isn't in my bedroom like it was in the old house. The vanity is part of the work studio. So I'm actually going to need an everyday makeup bag downstairs to get ready quickly, just on days when I'm not necessarily filming. That's going to be my lifestyle from now on. I'm going to have like my main makeup collection up here and then a little satellite collection in a small bag. So I'm going to build that little satellite collection now and then put the rest of this away. Okay, so this is just what was in the Merit bag. I feel like if I empty this Exa bag here, it'll be too much. We're going to do one bag at a time. Well, I pulled this out, this Crown Affair gel. I use this, the finishing gel, every time I do like a slicked back look with my hair. I think this is going to live downstairs, probably not in my everyday makeup bag, but in the bathroom vanity. But we'll put it in the take it back downstairs pile. The Rhode blush. I'm testing this right now. I'm doing a full Rhode review. Stay tuned. The Amicolay multi-stick. I am loving both of these products after a long break from blush. I have been really torn every single day as to which one of these I should wear. And it's been one or the other of them every single day. It's really interesting. The Farrah Homidi. I've been reaching for this pretty frequently as well. I don't want the everyday makeup bag to be too full, but I'm loath to part with any of these things as it turns out. The Iris and Romeo has become my everyday mascara for like a really dramatic look. It is actually so good. So curling, really nice and thick without being too wet. Of course, I'm using my green color corrector all the time, the one from Exa. The Refi concealers are my daily base makeup right now. Use hairbands. My NARS powder, use it all the time. Actually, these are the brow products that I use all the time. I kind of alternate between the Refi and the Kimiko for a Stronghold clear gel. And then I use the Kimiko pencil if I need to fill in any gaps. But this Kimiko Stronghold gel is used up. This is the end of the line for it. I keep reaching for it just to use the little brush, but I know I have another one here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this out. It's done. And I'll keep using only the two of these until I come across the other one. And when I do, I'll open it and put it in my bag because it's actually my favorite. Maybe I'll come across it today. These are the brushes that I've been keeping in here, although there's a third one actually. These are the brushes that I've been using kind of every day. Mostly I've been using the Refer BO2 for buffing out the Refi concealers, but sometimes I go in with this, the BO1, this littler one, if I want a more targeted application. And then I've actually been just using the BO2 in the NARS powder as well and just like tapping it on a few places in my face where I want it to be a little bit less luminous. Sometimes I use this 18 brush to brush on powder. The NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer is still my go-to for spot concealing. Wow, am I going to kick any of this out? Maybe not. These are all lip balms and or glosses, but pretty much, yeah, these are all lip balms and glosses, and these are all the ones I've been using on repeat. No, wait, this isn't. This is a brow product. Okay, this is a little bit more doable in terms of lips. Finding Ferdinand Lucky Cat. It looks surprisingly awesome on the lips and it smells like pear. I really, really like this, but I think I can kick it out of the everyday makeup bag for now. It was in there for a while. I was testing it. The Rabanne Love Balm and Soul Kiss is just the winner every time. The Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment I've been wearing almost every day. Look how cool toned that is. It's almost like a blackened brown. It's kind of amazing. And there it is compared to the Amicolay. The shade of this one from Rhode is Espresso and Amicolay Excellence is right there. So you can see the two of them compared. I'm going to keep the Amicolay in my makeup bag because I'm curious to find out if it's going to start leaking like the first tube did. So I'm going to keep these three brown lip treatments. But we'll put Lucky Cat back in like the lip drawer in my vanity. Okay, I have too many brow products in here. This one from Merit, this one from Surratt, which is going to be part of an upcoming video, Surratt video. I'm actually just going to put them back. I'm going to put the Surratt one back with the Surratt stuff. I'm going to put the Merit one back in the makeup drawer. Oh, these are the three blushes from the blush video that I'm continuing to test. So I'm going to leave them in because I want to see if I'm compelled to wear them. So this is like my everyday makeup drawer / testing ground. And maybe I should separate those two things out for downstairs. I love that idea. $19.99 Lash Tint Mascara, still using it / testing it. Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is technically kind of a skincare product. I am still, I feel, using it / testing it. Here's the Redhead Revolution Mascara. Look at that color. Look at that color. The shade is Genuine Ginger. And yeah, a light coat of this is the ticket. All right, I'm going to separate out the ones I'm testing from the things that are just my old standard makeups that I know have like made it into my permanent everyday cycle. Okay, interesting. So this is actually my everyday stuff. The Rabanne Love Kiss, I haven't even talked about it on camera really yet. It's going to be part of the balm finale, but it has definitely made it into my everyday. Some of the best makeup of the past year for me. I'm always looking for it. I'm always wearing it as my default. It's definitely like everyday makeup to me, even though technically it's like still for review, makeup that I got for review that I'm still reviewing. All of this makeup is stuff that I either have talked about on camera recently or am going to soon, but that I don't feel like I have a final verdict on yet. Like some of it, I know that I really like it. Like I'm pretty into it and I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it and love it for life. But I feel like I need to give all of this a bit more time. Like it really is still being long-term seriously tested for YouTube. So it's interesting. I thought this was all my everyday makeup, but it turns out half of it is like stuff that I'm still testing. So I'm going to keep these two separate. And I'm going to keep them actually in two separate bags downstairs. Now let's see how the makeup from this bag fares. Ew, this is a terrible pair of old tweezers that it's so sharp that it like breaks the hairs off at the root. But it was all I had for so long. And I recently bought like a really nice $18 pair of Tweezerman tweezers. And these, I'm just going to toss them because I never want to accidentally use them again. Okay, the question is any of this Old Faithful makeup that belongs in my everyday makeup bag rather than makeup that I'm testing? And some of it is. Auric Haze, an incredible tinted lip mask. Looks beautiful, works beautifully. This is definitely an everyday product for me. The Ilia Multi-Stick in Cosmic Dancer. This is like the highlighting multi-stick. I love the glass skin shine that I get from this product. This has really become like Old Faithful for highlighting the cheeks. The Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in Red Dahlia. You might have seen that there was another one because I love it so much that I got another one because I feel like one needs to live in the diaper bag and always be there, and then another one needs to be like in with my makeup. That is how all in I am for Burt's Bees Red Dahlia. So this one goes with my everyday makeup, and the other one, well, the other one's over here with like the balm collection, but after it's all over, after the balm search is all over, that's where those two are going to be. I feel like I don't need this brush in with this stuff because it's not quite the same size as this Rephr brush, but they perform similar functions for me. This is the lid to that Kjaer Weis eyeliner that I had the empty box of, and I don't know where the eyeliner is. It's floating around somewhere, like getting all over stuff. That's where it is. Maybe I'll find it someday, and until then it's going to be like wreaking havoc somewhere without its lid. I'm going to pick out all the things that I'm currently testing. Okay, these were all in there because I'm testing them. Once again, so much of this stuff has ended up mixed in with my everyday makeup because it's like migrated over from work, you know? So I'm going to put this all on that side. And then some of this I feel can go actually back in the makeup collection, like back in the drawers. The Refi lip gloss I really love. This Merit brow product is great. The lipsticks can go back with the lipstick. The Rose Ink concealer actually can go back with the complexion stuff in my drawers because I'm using the Refi every single day. This Ilia blush is great. It can go back. This Kosas lip treatment, I think I'm going to put that with my everyday makeup. Lash Prototype mascara. It can go with my makeup. This YSL, this is like the clear balm. I want to talk about that in the lip balm finale. Okay, all of these are going to get put away, and this little Merit mirror is going to go in my everyday makeup bag. All right, fascinating. This is the everyday makeup And I put the Crown Affair gel in here, but I'm going to take it out as soon as I get downstairs. This is a lot more manageable than it was before, right? It's just this little soft little sack with a few bits and bobbins in it. And that is going to be my everyday. That's what I depend on. This is all stuff I'm testing. And this is the exciting stuff. The fun blushes are in here. The things that I am using to do slightly spicier daily makeup looks for the sake of testing and also just for the sake of fun. So I feel like it'll be nice to have these side by side because on days where I just want to spruce myself up a little bit, even out my skin tone, etc., I can just go for what's in my everyday makeup bag and it'll be easy to find everything because I won't be like digging through orange blushes to find my concealer, which is kind of what's been happening. It's what always happens to me. It's like what my life always turns into. But most days I'm going to be like, ooh, what's in here? What am I testing? What am I trying to gather more data about? And that'll be really fun. This makes a lot of sense to my brain. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, go feed the baby, and then I will be back and we'll move on to, maybe we'll tackle lip products next because I feel like that's gonna be, they're a mess. It seemed like they were a mess. Well, when I come back, we'll find out if my lip products are a mess. Okay, I'm back. I ate lunch. I put this Kosas stuff on my lips. I knew exactly where to find it. Love it so much. Let's get out the lip products from their box. Okay, this is the box in which I put most of my lip products before the move. This is probably an imprecise project. I mean, I think that there are little things floating around here and there, but this is most of them. Okay, this actually feels like a really manageable collection. You know what? I think it hasn't been that long since I filmed a declutter. I think, or it's really not a matter of time, it's a matter of change. I think that very little, if anything, has changed in my makeup collection since the last full collection declutter that was very thorough. I haven't added or subtracted anything from like this core collection. The only thing that's changed is that I've acquired some things for review that are kind of satellites to my everyday makeup. So we saw those in the last section with those 2 bags. Some of them are like here, the lip balms that I've gotten for review, but the core products that I've chosen to keep and to use over time, I don't know, this just feels like a thoroughly and relatively freshly decluttered group of lip products for me. I guess this Gucci gloss might not have ever been in a declutter. This might have just been thrown into the box when I was moving, but I don't think there's very much here that, well, why do I even have this? I think I got this for review and I never reviewed it. Yeah, not everything. Let me organize. Okay, so there hasn't been that much of a breach, but a couple of products. These up here along the top are things that I feel confident have like either been in a declutter or in a purgatory box video. Like these are things that I've made a conscious decision to keep. This is my core lip collection right now. These products down here, and I'm not going to like go over these one by one. What I'll do is I'll try to link my most recent either declutter or lip collection or something. I'll try to link something that has details about every single one of these products in it. And I'll try to do that for the rest of the makeup collection too. So if you want to know more, if you'd like more videos like this that go in detail about individual products, check the description box and they'll be linked. This Lancome mascara is in the wrong place. I was using this as my everyday mascara for a while. It is absolutely phenomenal. But the Iris and Romeo mascara and the, Lash Prototype from Make, both of them are really fresh, like way more than this, and freshly in my collection, and they're going to last a long time, and they both serve the same purpose as this for me. So I'm going to say this has run its course. You know, mascaras, they're supposed to be past their prime after like 3 or 4 months. I tend to keep them for a lot longer. But in this case, I know that this is well over that age. Like it might even be like a year old or something. Like it's just, I've had it for so long. And even though it was still fine, why not just let those new mascaras take center stage and be like, Tenty doll, we've had a pleasant run. Shall we be getting home again? But answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd because they'd eaten every one. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. These balms and glosses. Oh no, this is the Jones Road Miracle Balm. I think this was in the permanent collection. These balms and glosses. The Juvia's Place, which is a great color but too pigmented for me. The Gucci, which is a great color and pigment level but extremely plumping. This plumping, smoothing, nourishing Lawless gloss, and this from Rowan, which I got it for review, I think. I think I bought this for review, and I never really went all in on it. You know what its problem is? Teflon jelly. It is the quintessential Teflon jelly layer. It's the kind of lip gloss that I'm not into. But I'm going to put the 4 of these into my currently testing bag, which I guess is the current purgatory box. Trying to decide if I'm going to keep them or not, trying to decide what I really think about them, because I don't think I have a final verdict on any of these in terms of whether it's something that I want to keep around. And I'm going to put these into the lip product drawer. I realized as I was doing that I have all of these Merit lipsticks that I just have all the colors of the Merit matte because they sent them to me for a video that I did for Merit. And they haven't been vetted. They haven't all made it into my permanent lip collection, but I can't put all of these into that purgatory bag because they will take up too much space. Oh, they're really reflecting the light. Oh no, I didn't make the video about these for Merit. They sent these to me because of a different video I did, and then I made a swatch video about all of these lipsticks. And I remember really loving some of them, especially the interaction between the color and the formula of some of them. But I also remember preferring the other formula at the end of the day. Was it Classic? That was a great color for me. Yeah. And I think I really loved Vermilion. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these. I think what I'm going to do is put them on my vanity, on top of my vanity, so that I can continue to occasionally wear them, kind of feel them out, and decide what I want to do with them long term. Okay, this is the makeup from the middle drawer. So for me, that's everyday makeup, the stuff that I wear the most. And I'm rotating out things like mascaras, highlighters, base products like concealers, but also blushes were in that drawer. So I had eye makeup in one drawer, lip makeup in another drawer, and in the middle, base and cheeks, kind of, rest of the face. Let's see how this is looking. Oh my gosh, I had forgotten about this Glossier bronzer. When I saw it in there, my heart skipped a beat because it looks just like the cloud paints, but it's grayish brown. But it doesn't buff out to be the promising taupe of the packaging. I do remember I tried this on camera. I got it to review. I got it to test. And I tried it on camera, and then I never really went back and did much with it. Now I can kind of remember why. Because why is it looking a little orange? It's so disappointing. That is so sad. Look at the color of that. That's just not at all what I expect from this packaging. The color on the packaging of Glossier Swept. The lid of the long-lost Kira Weiss eyeliner coming back to haunt me. Where do I think it is? Maybe in my brush cup? Maybe in one of these situations. I have 2 brush cups here that are both equally disorganized. Maybe it's in there. Aha! I found another Kimiko brow gel. It seems to be fresher than the other one was, but I have one somewhere that's new in its box, which makes me think that the other one that I had was really old, and that's why it was super worn out. And maybe this is the fresher one. Anyway, I'm gonna put this in my everyday makeup. Okay, so there are some things here that have sneaked in that were not part of the original collection in that drawer, but rather things that I was testing and I hadn't really decided about. So I'm going to separate them out like I did with the lip products. Okay, so here across the top are things that I've owned for a while and that are sort of permanent fixtures. On this side, we have primers, illuminating base products. That's more of a highlighter. Some base products like this Ilia skin tint, the Merit stick, the one from Surratt, a couple of brow and lash products, and then these are the blushes and highlighters right here. Is there anything here that I want to take out? I don't think so. I think all of this can stay in for now. Down here are the imposters, the products that sneaked in as I was testing them. So there's this Bobbi Brown shimmer brick, this really pretty Yensa blush, is a really great color, the Gucci gloss, the Gucci eye gloss. I feel like I have to keep that. Glossier Swept. I actually feel like I can declutter. I'm going to put this in the giveaway box. I was thinking I'd put it in my everyday makeup drawer, but I'm just going to declutter it. And then these, and you know what, same with these guys. I'm going to give them away, the Yensa. It's not that it's not beautiful, it really is, but it's one of those, I thought it was one of those really melting balms, but it's actually got a little bit more body than that. I'm going to, should I put it in Purgatory? I'm testing so many blushes right now. I'm going to put it in the Purgatory bag. The Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick I'm going to give away. It's actually awesome. I tested it in that video, trying new makeup and becoming a ballerina kissed by the spirit of a pearl or something like that. It's really great. It's just, I'm not really wearing powder highlights right now, and I think someone else will get more pleasure out of it and more use out of it than I will. The Gucci gloss, though, I'm going to keep testing. This is going to go into Makeup Purgatory for sure. And the Ciel blush too, I actually reach for this quite a lot. It's so pretty. These Ciel Sculpt and Protect sticks, I love this formula. Okay, I was trying to remember which ones I hadn't used. So this one, which is medium and definitely has like a yellow undertone, I haven't touched. And this one, even though the top looks a little messed up, it still had the cap on. I hadn't used it either. It was 03 Tan. But didn't I swatch them all? I actually think I did swatch them all in the video. And this is 04 Deep. It can't be the one that I used as a blush in that video. No, but I did use it. So this is going to go in the giveaway box, but I'll give it away to a friend. This is theoretically my shade. I am going to put this into the Purgatory box because it's one of those products that sometimes I try sculpting on camera, but they never do it. Sometimes I try it on camera and I'm like, wow, I look incredible, you know? And I remember when I first tried this, I sculpted my face and then I was like, who is she? And I was kind of into that. And then I feel like one of these, I did swatch all of these because one of these I ended up using as a blush and it was so pretty. Must have been that. So sorry these are out of order, but that's 01. That's shade 2, the medium. That's 3, which has the rosier, more orangey undertone, and that's 4, the darkest one. So I actually think of all of these, the lightest one is the only one that makes sense for me to keep. Amazing formula, though, of that product. It's like an unclockable blend and finish. Okay, all of these I'm going to put away into the middle drawer. And that's it, y'all. I have some stuff downstairs, like Merit Great Skin, for example, is in the bathroom vanity. I have a couple of other priming skincare products down there. No, the Ilia skin tint was up here. Oh, it's the Skin Milk. The Ilia Skin Milk. That's the Ilia product I was thinking of that's in the vanity downstairs because that's where I've been getting ready because I don't have like my mirror set up here yet. Eventually, I think most of those things will make their way up here and I will use the space up here every time I seriously get ready, and I'll use the bathroom mirror downstairs just for like a really quick layer of something, a little bit of balm or something on really light days when I'm not actually applying makeup. But for now, it's still a little bit half and half. This has gone a long way towards helping me get my bearings. I still have some PR products that I need to sort through and figure out basically whether they're going to go into Purgatory or not, into this like testing ground or not. So it's not totally the end of it. I'm looking around and there's like an open box in the corner with some stuff spilling out of it. But I really needed to get those couple of boxes unpacked, the boxes that had like my makeup in them, and I needed to sort through these 2 bags and separate out the permanent products from the products that are being tested. I didn't quite realize until I got into it that I needed to do that, but I really did. So that's it. I hope that this was an enjoyable video to watch. I will be back soon with more videos organizing this collection and this space, I hope, because I've kind of had it. I'm ready for it to be a bit more composed and it to be a space I can actually inhabit and not just use for filming. Thanks as always for being here, and don't forget to take extra good care of yourself so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.